tournament the way they would have liked. Starting out with the loss and now picking up a win yesterday, they found their way to the Consolation final. Mo, you're the basketball wizard. Do you get any sense of how this game is going to play out today?
I think it's really going to come down to the mindset of both these teams. George Brown in particular, I'm sure they had aspirations of a longer postseason run. I'm sure they firmly believe they're going to have that run. So really the mindset, the motivation of playing that consolation game, not much meaning compared to the other games, of course, earlier in the weekend here, especially on Friday. So what kind of mindset you're going to have, set the tone early on, that's going to be the key.
Right on, Mo, and we're just moments away from tip-off here. So teams are getting ready. You really get the sense both are here to play. You mentioned the consolation final, maybe not as high as they had dreamed, but of course you want to end the tournament with a win. This is going to feed into next year. And shortly we will have the player introductions, and we will step aside for that, let you get acquainted with the starting rosters, and that'll be right now.
OCAA Women's Basketball Championships, hosted by Humber College. Today's consolation match features the George Brown Huskies against the St. Clair Saints. Let's meet the starters for today's match. From the St. Clair Saints, with number 3, a 5'5" guard from the Thompson, Anna Ulickney. With number 4, a 5'6" guard from Chapman, Logan Kusner. With number 12, a 5'6" guard from Chapman, Jenna Kusner. With number 14, a 6'4" from Winton, Shannon Kennedy. With number 21, a 5'4" guard from Winton, Lulu Ama. The head coach of the Saints is Andy Kitts. The George Brown Huskies, wearing number 5, a 5'5" guard from Brandon, April Davis. Wearing number 6, a 5'6" guard from Toronto, Christian Emily. Wearing number 10, a 5'9" forward from Minnesota, Jamal Wilson. Wearing number 14, a 5'9" guard from Minnesota, Ashley Nichols. And wearing number 15, a 5'9" guard from Toronto, the head coach of the Huskies is Warren Wilkie. Your coaches for today's match are Bruno Colette, Stacey Newby, and Heidi Asilera.
Yes, also very effective for George Brown, and St. Clair, no surprise here, we have Shannon Kennedy taking the tip-off, and she's accompanied by the Kusera twins, who are really the big three for St. Clair, and we'll see how they match up today in the consolation final.
Yeah, you mentioned Tiana Sullivan. She's actually first in the OCAA in scoring at 22 points per game.
And George Brown really leans on her. See what kind of production we get here. Right away, Logan Kusera tries to get on the board, almost gets her own rebound. Back the other way is George Brown.
Yeah, another big key there, the rebounding for both these teams.
St. Clair not a super effective rebounding team. See if George Brown can take advantage. Good rebound by Logan. Here comes St. Clair the other way. The Saints wide open is Shannon Kennedy. No mistake about it. Had a George Brown player kind of trailing the play, and that left the all-time leading scorer for OCAA women's basketball wide open. Shot there doesn't fall. Air ball can't be saved. Saints ball.
And already within the first minute, my first impressions here, St. Clair already to a good start, especially on offense. Ball movement has been good, lots of cuts towards the hoop, trying to get that high percentage shot. But I do think they're turning it over here. The officials, no, they're going to say it is still St. Clair's ball.
And with the first basket of the game, we have a score of 2-0. St. Clair opens the scoring. The ball has kind of fallen under the scorer's table here.
Yeah.
Mo, maybe we should go help out.
Our great varsity staff here. Doing a great job keeping the flow of the game going. I'm sure that's what St. Clair wants, to get the ball right in play.
Kind of an unofficial timeout, just hide the ball. Here comes the Saints, missed layup by Yana Kusera. George Brown setting up. Kennedy giving her man a lot of space. That shot doesn't fall from Ashley McDonald. Good move by Kennedy. Looks like McDonald might have got a piece of that one.
Yeah, and here's the one thing with Kennedy. You know she likes that back down a lot, but I'd like to see her do that closer to the basket. She usually does that top of the key, and that allows her to make a lot of space towards the rim, and that allows the defense to really set up and help out, making it tougher for her to get a shot off.
She is one of the taller players out there at 6 feet tall. Can be really effective by the hoop.
Yeah, but another thing is maybe they rely on her to do so much. They're a good playmaker, and maybe that's why they have her posted up at the top.
Sherrall Wilson with the bucket there. This game's all tied up. It's going to be interesting to see who they call that. Yeah, they're going to say the Huskies touched it last.
That's the player I want to see inside, Shannon Kennedy that time, allowing St. Clair to retain possession here.
One thing that happens, she'll get the ball down low, and she's so good at making these passes. Referee's going to plead with Logan Kucera to simmer down a little bit. Didn't like that extra smack of the ball after the play was whistled dead. Just waiting on the inbound from George Brown. The first game of the day on the Hawks Sports Network Consolation Final. Foul call there, a little too strong by Yana.
And I expect a feeling out process here. Of course, both these teams in the East and West, so they didn't match up with each other in the regular season. So like I said, that feeling out process, figuring out what their skills are and how they can match them up.
Both teams wanting to come away with the win. Here comes the Huskies, April Deas. Good rebound there by Tiana Sullivan.
Yeah, let's see if Sullivan will maybe be aggressive here, try to get her own offense going. Looking to attempt a shot. We mentioned the leading scorer in the OCAA.
That lead scorer was able to lead George Brown to beat the Conestoga Condors. That was their crossover game to make their way to the Final 8 tournament.
Yeah, George Brown, they're missing. And Matt, they're a really good team scoring-wise. 80 points per game. That is second in the OCAA behind Humber, of course. So this is a very rare start. Slow start, of course, an early game. Maybe that's bothering them here.
You mentioned their high-scoring game average. Weren't able to eclipse that when they played Niagara in the first game of the provincial championship on Friday. They lost to Niagara in a real nail-biter, 75-72, and that has relegated them to the consolation round, looking to come away with the consolation championship here.
Yep. And of course, they ended up defeating Durham, recovered nicely, won that game by 18 points.
Good rebound by the Saints.
Excellent job, exactly. St. Clair this time getting that second chance opportunity. That frees up a three-point shot for Logan Kucera.
She followed up her shot, almost thinking that it might not have gone in, but that was nothing but net. Tiana. Good passing here by George Brown. Had a wide open shot. Good cross-court pass.
There you go.
That's good. To Ashley McDonald.
George Brown fans making the trip here.
Has been a lot of George Brown fans here the whole tournament. Bit of a drive for the St. Clair fans all the way in Windsor, Ontario.
Oh, she's got it going here. Oh, Logan
Kucera.
Oh, is that Yana? Oh, it's Logan. Okay, we got mixed up here, I guess. So, but Logan Kucera, back-to-back three-point shots for her. Number 4.
Both twins so effective for St. Clair.
Yeah, and they both play similar styles, known for their shooting, ability to get their teammates involved as well.
A substitution coming in for St. Clair.
Yeah, no surprise. The first one off the bench at Jamie Chauvin. She's been really good, and St. Clair, their bench has been struggling a little, so she is one of the bright spots on the second unit.
Deep shot from McDonald, no good. Rebounded by Logan. There's Ulickney from deep. Can't get it to fall. Here comes the other way, George Brown, led by Tiana Sullivan.
Yeah, She just grabbed that rebound away from the St. Clair player, but ends up turning it over.
Get a good look at head coach Andy Kiss for St. Clair. Head coach for George Brown, Warren Williams, in his second year, does a great job.
Yeah, he's done a great job turning around this program. Lots of success coming their way in his second year.
They went from second worst in the province to first in the East Division this year. So yeah, quite a turnaround.
Yeah, and you got to give a lot of credit to the coaching staff for that kind of turnaround.
So much of winning in sports really is about culture. Beyond just the
Yes,
players you have,
exactly.
it's what kind of system, what kind of emotion you put into the team energy. So.
And especially in a team game like basketball, you have to rely on your team. Since that's also what makes a team like Humber so good. Not only do they have that talent, they have that confidence in each other.
Bit of a bump there. Kennedy, the two best players matching up against each other. Looks like Tiana Sullivan's going to come out on top this time. We'll see how Kennedy responds back the other way.
Yeah, that's a really good matchup, one I'm really looking forward to seeing more of.
Two different styles of play, but both highly effective.
Yeah, they both score in different ways, but like you said, they managed to get baskets. Of course, Tiana Sullivan, the leading scorer. Shannon Kennedy, the leading scorer of all time. Traveling call there, just shuffling your feet.
More subs coming into the game. Get a good look at Andy Kiss once again. Barking out some orders. Seems to be working. His team is up 2. Bit of a slow start for both teams. Just a feeling out process right now.
Yes.
Kennedy directing traffic. On her way to the hoops. Yana Kucera,
no
lots
call.
of contact, yeah. Bit of a stutter there as George Brown gets going.
Yeah, but they had to get back on defense there. Able to recover, but that was a good look momentarily. Nice job there. That's Yana Kucera. And speaking of the Kucera sisters, Logan Kucera, who hit 2 3-point shots in a row. St. Clair kind of going away from her. Let's see if she's able to get that look in this possession.
If you're looking for a way to tell the Twins apart beyond the numbers, Logan wears a mouth guard and Yana opts not to. So there's your distinguishing factor. Up top,
And the
nice
arm
basket
sleeve.
there. Arm sleeve, of
Yes.
course. Saints back on defense now. Tiana Sullivan gets swarmed.
Yeah,
That's gonna
great
leave
job.
somebody wide open.
They brought that double team just for that split second, but they still hit a jump shot.
Marissa Moore with a tremendous arc to that shot. Wide open St. Clair. Can't get it to fall.
Yep, Marissa Moore, the leading scorer off the bench throughout the regular season, 7.1 points per game.
Tiana.
Oh, look at Sullivan.
Yeah,
They're just
nice
going to let her
move.
go to work. A little isolation, but the help defense comes.
Yeah, good team defense by the Saints. That shot doesn't go. Long rebound. Making her way to the hoop.
And look at this defense by Kennedy. Nice job, hand in the face, contesting that one.
And then she comes down with the rebound back the other way. Gonna call Tiana Sullivan with the foul there. Just a little too physical.
Yeah. And we have a 10-8 game here. St. Clair, they're playing really hard here, so I'm surprised they only have that 2-point lead. But the Huskies, they're knocking right on the door, so they got to dig deep here on defense, get a stop, and maybe get themselves a tie. And they have an opportunity maybe to even get the lead with a 3-point shot, of course.
Yeah, just over 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. 2-point lead. Kennedy looking to make it 5, but that 3 ball catches nothing but air.
Yeah, but we saw Shannon Kennedy. She struggled in that game against Humber. We like to see her stay aggressive like that. Take those 3-point shots. Continue to work your way in the post. I'm sure you're going to find the basket sooner or later.
Yeah, Shannon Kennedy, the all-time leading scorer in OCAA, as we mentioned, hasn't really been able to find that scoring rhythm all tournament here this weekend at Humber College.
Yeah, but to St. Clair's credit, other players have stepped up. Kucera sisters, they're always there to support Shannon Kennedy.
And Mo, maybe we should mention how St. Clair got to this point in the season. They won their crossover game against St. Lawrence by a margin of 14 points. And then the opening game of the tournament, they had to play the Humber Hawks, the undefeated 20-0 #1 ranked team in the nation, and that's just a very tough matchup, the first game of the tournament.
Yes,
picking up a loss there.
Yeah, sorry, and especially the fact that Humber is at home here. That just adds into that factor. Just another hurdle you have to face against an elite team.
An elite team. St. Clair, very good team in their own right, and they're shown that with their win yesterday against Seneca, 69-56. And here they are with a slight lead over the George Brown Huskies. So really an interesting test for St. Clair to prove that they are that top-level team. Maybe some kind of momentum going forward. Of course, they're going to lose Shannon Kennedy. It'll be interesting to see who can step up and fill those big shoes.
Yeah, he talked about that game against Seneca. Shannon Kennedy, she really did a great job there. 25 points, 13 rebounds with 3 blocks. So good job following up that struggling performance against Humber. Bouncing right back. And that's what you expect from great players like her.
Shannon Kennedy in her final game with the Saints after an epic career.
Yeah, so I'm sure Coach Andy Kiss gonna let Shannon Kennedy play a lot of heavy minutes here.
And really a treat for those of you watching right now. Kennedy with the ball right now.
And here she is. You see the defense coming right to her on the help, forcing her to go with that left hand.
Here comes the Huskies the other way. That shot's a little too strong. Rebound, another second chance. Bats it out.
I like to see them reset there. The lane is really clogged yet. The players are still trying to take it up. Maybe trying to draw a foul there, get to the free throw line, but it hasn't been the case here. Referee's letting them play on.
Deep shot here. Can't get it to fall. Humber College and the OCAA would like to recognize and thank the presenting sponsor, Bel Air Direct, for their continued support.
This is not a good possession here for George Brown. Very messy, but they have been getting rebounds. Good job by Shannon Kennedy not allowing that time for George Brown to get that second chance.
Yeah, great ball control. Kennedy the other way.
That's a good look for her. Oof.
Scoring woes continue. Just can't seem to buy one. George Brown setting up shop. Tight defense by Marissa Mara. Deep shot there, doesn't go. Good rebound by St. Clair that time.
So we're still stuck here at 10-8. Saints with the lead. Just a minute left.
2.5 minutes scoreless, and there it's broken by Logan Cusera.
Oh, I think she heard you there.
Yeah, if anybody's capable of breaking a gridlock, it is Logan Cusera. Deep rebound.
There you go. And Logan Cusera now with a game-high 8 points.
You get the sense early on, if St. Clair wants a chance to really establish a lead in this game, it's going to have to piggyback off of some very strong rebounding.
Exactly. That's one of their weaknesses, St. Clair. In the middle of the pack, I believe they're 16th in the OCAA in terms of rebounds. Close call there. The shoulder was in on the player, but they're going to say it's a blocking foul.
Looks like St. Clair's going to pick up the foul there.
Correction, Logan Cusera.
Logan Cusera getting a good look at the Huskies bench.
This is Raven Williams, number 6, third-year player.
McDonald. Good ball movement, just a little too hot to handle on that pass. Goes out of bounds. Saints ball. Inbounded by St. Clair.
Oh, nice press there.
Yeah, great pressure.
Yeah, too over-aggressive. I believe they're going to say it's a foul on George Brown.
Shot clock is off. Just 17 seconds left. Score is 12-6 in favor of St. Clair. Trying to come
Called
away with the lead.
foul there on George Brown, though, yet it's their ball. So I believe the referees are just going to have to correct this one. They said a foul on White.
Sorting out the confusion. St. Clair fans. I believe we can credit the Boo Birds to that section of the bleachers.
Now let's see what the confusion here is. They take the foul away. I'm going to charge it to Marissa Marr, number 20 on St. Clair.
Corrections made, ball back in play. Final seconds, just 10 to go here. Looks like George Brown's just going to put up a quick shot, not elect to wind anything down here.
Well, I think they were trying to do that, but that defense of St. Clair not allowing them. There you go, get a foul here to end the quarter.
With just 1 second left, we're going to have 2 shots coming up. Real heavy contact. At the line right now, April Deus.
Yep, 14.6 points per game, 87% at the free throw line.
Big time scorer for the George Brown Huskies. Made there. So just a 2-point lead for the Saints, and that's going to do it for the first quarter.
That's a successful quarter for St. Clair, holding a high-scoring team like the Huskies, just 10 points, and they still have the lead, holding on to a 2-point lead as well. With Shannon Kennedy, she's playing well. Field goals haven't been going down, but she's taking the right shots. Cusera sisters, they've been doing really well, along with Logan Cusera. Those 2 3-point shots, really big.
Will be interesting to see if those two aspects of both teams can really keep pace. It's the high-flying scoring of a couple individuals on George Brown and really that well-rounded big 3 attack of the Saints. And so far it's been even Steven. Both teams not really exploding offensively, just a 12 to 10 quarter, very low scoring.
And man, this is one of the things that I talk about. Defense can win you games. That's the saying, defense wins you championships, and you see it here. Even if you don't have your offense going, you can still buckle down on defense, get some stops, and still hold on to a lead despite just scoring 12 points in a quarter. And they've been doing that by holding George Brown to 16% shooting. They're 4 of 24.
Kennedy not able to pick up too many points yet. Will be, maybe have to hinge on a big performance from her to see if they get a win here today.
Yeah, like I said, shot selections are still there. She's doing a good job, but she is just 1 of 7, 2 points, 3 rebounds. St. Clair as a team, they are 5 of 18, 27%. So
right now it is 12 to 10 at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, and no one really taking charge as far as George Brown. Lots of balanced scoring, just a whole bunch of players scoring 2 points, 5 players at that. And the rebounding, we said St. Clair, they need to do a good job on rebounding. Just a 3 rebound margin lead for George Brown, 18 to 15. So St. Clair, they're holding their own there inside the glass.
I'd like to mention earlier this season, the passing of Ken Ambrose. For 6.5 years, he was affiliated with St. Clair's College as a head coach of the women's basketball, and then more recently as a varsity recruiter, and really positive guy, had a great impact. He was really the first guy that all prospective student athletes would deal with when coming to St. Clair, and definitely missing his presence this season.
And St. Clair, they haven't had a point off a turnover yet. Let's see if they can change that statistic.
Kennedy, that shot doesn't fall, rebounded by George Brown.
That was just George Brown's second turnover.
Good move there. Ashley McDonald cuts through the D, and quickly in transition are the Saints, but good defense there to kind of slow things down. That was Marissa Moore getting a hand in there. Going to remain the Saints ball. Ball inbounds. Here's Yana. Crossing over, finds an open Ulickney. Almost rebounded by Kennedy. That ball's going to roll out of bounds. George Brown will get possession.
Yeah, and Ulickney, she's another player that I really like, but with all the attention to the Kucera sisters and Kennedy, she might just fly under the radar a little bit. Another player you have to look out for. Look at that, good defense there. Logan Kucera.
Really going to have to fall on that defense of St. Clair if they want to stifle the high-power offense of George Brown. Huskies taking it slow right now. All tied up, 12-12.
Nice job by Shannon Kennedy hedging on that screen.
Ulickney over to Yana. Deep shot from Yana. You know, even when Yana lets off a good shot, she still follows it up. You have to commend that.
But you have to wonder, do you actually want to do that? Especially as a guard, you have to get back on defense so other players are not just leaking right out. Got to be very careful. That's a huge gamble to take.
Nice transition points there. Khalid Ahmad.
Yeah, Ahmad.
Ahmad now back on defense.
Oh, that's a travel. Good call.
Andy Kiss.
Yep, she dragged that pivot foot.
Almost intercepted by George Brown. You know what? They're going to come away with it. Sloppy passing by St. Clair. Going to have to tighten up. Can't give George Brown anything easy.
Travels in a row.
Yeah.
You see Andy Kiss not happy with the defense. That was an easy blow by, but they caught a break there due to that traveling violation. And here comes Tiana Sullivan. She's been quiet as well, just 1 of 1. 2 points, 3 rebounds, but due to foul trouble, she had to go out early in that first quarter.
So here come the Saints. Long stretch pass. Like,
wow,
got hit in the face.
So we have turnovers after turnovers here, and despite being hit in the face, they're going to say it's a charging call on Yana Kucera.
Ouch.
I'm not sure what hurts more, that call or taking that hit of the contact right there on the head.
Might be checking out here, get looked at by the trainer.
Coach Andy Kiss wants full court press here.
Sullivan gets the ball over to McDonald.
That's going to be a turnover.
Yeah. A couple sloppy possessions from George Brown. Haven't been able to get any points this quarter. Aside from the one basket earlier on, we're over 2 minutes in here. Lots of sloppy offensive possessions.
Yeah, we see Coach Andy Kiss there urging his team to push it, and they do so.
No points there for the Saints. See if George Brown can get their rhythm. Pass down low.
Yeah, exactly, and to get that rhythm, don't want to turn it over.
Great D by Kennedy. Diving to the ground. St. Clair's going to hang on to it. Maybe could have tried to scoop it out, but just going to dive on that thing like a grenade.
Yeah, and it's really risky, those jump ball calls, because it's really based on arrows, they say. It's switches. One time could be the offense, and the other time will be the defense. So next time is going to be George Brown's ball. So always risky there. You got to be very aware taking that chance.
Officials figuring it out here.
Yeah, I believe maybe that's what they're discussing here, whose ball it's going to be.
Bit of a deliberation. There's Warren Williams. He's waiting on the call here.
Yeah, it's not a rule I'm a fan of here.
What's that, Mo?
The college basketball, the jump ball call and how it just awards one team or the other, really not necessarily based on the play, but just what it was previously, just keep switching. Either make it defense ball or how it was based on the play if the offensive player had the majority of the possession of it.
But I guess it takes a bit of that subjectivity away. Oh, a little too long to get over, yeah.
Yeah. And we've seen this a few times where the referees necessarily they lose track of the clock and the head coaches have to get the attention of the officials.
I guess the idea behind that jump ball rule is to speed things along. But that time, a long time to get that final ruling out. To get a layup there, yeah, it doesn't quite drop. Logan Kucera the other way for the Saints. Kennedy making her way to the hoop. Doesn't fall.
Yeah, lots of players meeting her inside.
All over Kennedy down low. And really the only place she's gotten any space has been from deep, but can't get those long-range shots to fall.
Great move there. We saw Ulickney forcing Deas to go, forcing her to go left. So she was relying on her help defense. So Deas, she realizes that what she does is stop and tries to draw the contact, goes right into Ulickney, and indeed she will head to the free throw line. She actually makes the first of two. Heads up play.
Score right now is 14 all after that make. This game is tied up with those free throws.
Yeah, it seems like we have these standstills from both these teams here, and now maybe it's George Brown's turn to take a run, and they might be able to deuce off another turnover here from the Saints.
Jamie Chauvin with an error there. That pass, just a little too far out of reach for Logan.
And Andy Kiss says, I know you were hit in the head, Yana Kucera, but I need you in this game right now.
Look, she kind of got a hit on the jaw. We all know that feeling, but she's back in the game. Looks to be no worse for wear.
Yeah, Coach Andy Kiss needs ball handlers. Get past the trap. And what defense there? Counted and a foul. No, they say no.
Jump ball.
Waving it up. Oh, they're going to do that to me?
Liberal with the jump ball calls early on.
And see, now it's going to be George Brown's ball because of that. And I'm sure they would rather take the basket instead, but hey.
Looks like there might be another discussion here. Oh, referee's just making sure everybody's going to play nice. And we are good to go. Ashley McDonald looking for some space. St. Clair does a good job closing down. Deep shot there. Good rebound by Tiana.
Yeah, the rebounding margin here starting to really favor George Brown, and those second chance opportunities. Ashley McDonald.
Ulickney the other way. Get some jubilance from George Brown as they finally get their scoring going.
Yeah, from my understanding, actually, the two fans behind us are actually McDonald's family members here. So they're definitely cheering her on heavily, and she's open here, so they want her to get the ball, and she does.
Here she goes again. George Brown to the hoop.
Oh, got away with the traveling call.
Awkward play there.
Here you go, though.
Twins trying to get it over.
You got to bring it up quick, and that's what you need.
They do just that. Wide open lane to the hoop.
Oh, not only do they break the full court press, they end up getting a basket easily, cutting right to the rim.
Switching hands and going for the layup. Now Ulickney's guarding Tiana.
Looks like a little bit of a zone defense, 2-3 zone. And we're going to get another steal.
And a foul call. So Ulickney runs. It would have been a backcourt violation had George Brown touched it. So
yeah, she didn't want to give up on it. She didn't want George Brown to get their defense set.
Yeah, you kind of saw Ashley McDonald a little slow in her pursuit of the ball, and Ulickney capitalizes, and now she's at the line for two. 1 point lead for the Huskies right now, 17-16. All tied up with that make. We'll see if the Saints can make this free throw and get the lead.
There you go, Ulickney, first 2 points of the game. So it's 18-17 here. The Saints now with that 1 point lead. 5 minutes and 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Second quarter.
And we'll see if this low scoring game continues or if one of the teams is going to find a way to blow things open.
Nice, good ball movement.
Yeah.
Another offensive rebound for George Brown.
Sullivan gets the ball off to Wilson. All kinds of Saints draped over her, but Wilson able to make good on that try. Long pass by the Saints, that'll go out of bounds. Maybe just have to slow things down. Timeout called by Andy Kiss, head coach of the Saints, and both teams will get a chance to regroup with just half of this quarter to go.
Yeah, so now George Brown with that 1-point lead. Hasn't been too kind for them offensively, but those rebounds really helping them out.
There's the Saints bench. We've gotten a few good looks at Andy Kiss. He's doing a good job of instructing his team. They're need to kind of calm down and play their game, but it's really tough when you're playing a high-flying offense like George Brown.
And I like what I saw from Andy Kiss there. He called for a zone defense there, trying to help with that rebounding 2-3 zone, but of course you exploit yourself to outside shooters with that set. But you know what? Maybe you got to give different looks there. I like that, switching things up a little bit, not letting George Brown settle in.
Both teams seem to be settling in after that really low-scoring first quarter. A bit more offensive flow here in the second. We'll see how these teams are able to finish off the first half. Timeout over, play about to resume. It'll be George Brown ball looking to add to that 1-point lead. Looking for a better deal on your car insurance? Go online and get a quick quote in only 3 minutes at belairdirect.com. Full-time college and university students under 25 could save over $250 on their car insurance with Bel Air Direct. That's a $250 savings on car insurance for full-time college and university students. Get a quote today.
So George Brown, they get that 3-point shot they've been searching for, but look at that, quickly trying to respond there. St. Clair, Logan Cusera though, she's gonna miss the layup. So maybe that's gonna help George Brown get going here, especially beyond the arc.
Ooh, that pass too hot to handle.
I guess not.
4-point lead for the Huskies.
Yeah, hard to really get points up when you're not shooting shots, and that's due to those turnovers there. So George Brown, they put up field goals in a hurry.
This press.
That could have been a travel.
Warren Williams.
I was just laughing at his reaction.
Very animated.
I agree, it was a travel, but
yeah.
so there's still a lot of contact, so it's difficult to make that call. You don't know, are they traveling due to being held there? So it's really tough for the officials to decide why that traveling violation is taking place.
Got to look at Warren Williams there. He has calmed down a bit after that questionable call, but Yana's going to take her second free throw here. Almost rebounded by the Saints on that miss. Back the other way. Here's Tiana. Tiana Sullivan hanging on to the ball. Big shot by Wilson, no good. Here's Saints on the rebound, pushing the pace. Really, the Saints have had a lot of opportunities quickly in transition. How about
that was beautiful, though. Not only did she get the rebound, she went away from the strong side, which is where the majority of the players are in. She takes it away from the defense, finds herself a lane, but misses the layup.
If I had a nickel for every jump ball this game, I'd be a rich man, Mo.
And how do you think I feel? This makes me unhappy seeing these calls.
Kennedy.
That's a good matchup for us. Let's see, she takes it in the post, but here she is.
So good at passing.
That's what I mean. That's why she might like to post up from up top there. She's able to play make like that. Great passer out of the post. So few players are even like that, even on the professional level.
So many backdoor passes from Kennedy.
Oh, so
arcing shot from Sullivan.
Didn't even look like she got her natural form in, but able to put it up. That's what scorers are able to do. And George Brown, after that steal, they turn it over.
I've seen a lot of this from the Saints, the quick transition plays. It's really going to be on them to convert here. It's all George Brown has given them. Just getting swarmed. And a travel call. 3 minutes to go, 5-point lead for the Huskies, 24-19.
Yeah, this is going to be a really close game, I feel like, throughout, until we see the final shot and the final buzzer. Nice job.
Real good pass, stretching out the Saints defense. Tiana Sullivan. Woo. On her way to the hoop, she's fouled, she'll shoot two.
You see that, you spend so much energy pressing like that throughout the full court, and maybe just some tired legs there, and George Brown, they took advantage there. Tiana Sullivan, she takes it inside, Maybe she can get going now. She's been relatively quiet compared to what we're used to seeing from her, at least.
First shot doesn't go.
Just has 3 points and even misses the free throw.
Second shot here.
There you go.
Make that a 6-point lead. So with time winding down in the first half, George Brown establishing a lead. We'll see if that's going to hold true in the final 3 minutes.
Yeah, Marissa Mara, she's going to check in. But as expected, Angie Kiss relying heavily on his starters, especially the big three, and here they are, bringing the ball up.
Logan to Kennedy, big shot. Kennedy being guarded by Tiana. Really good defense by George Brown.
Oh, yeah. And that's due to that good defense that you mentioned. Bringing in that double team as well, that whole trap, nowhere to go there.
So much pressure on you.
Yes.
You just kind of lost her balance.
Yeah, and you get really nervous. You get swarmed like that. You don't know where to go. No space for you to move around. Next thing you know, you
People
move that
breathing
pivot
on
foot.
you.
Yeah. And Sullivan, she really wanted this entry pass, so she has that post up.
Deep shot. Good rebound by
There
St.
you
Clair.
go. That's what you need to do. Even though you're giving up size there, just box out and have
5'4",
have 1 or 2 players crash the glass in. That's usually a good recipe to get some rebounds. Kenny's got to make that. Yes, she does.
Yeah, that's money in the bank for Shannon Kennedy.
Got a 14-foot shot there. Open.
Gonna let her shoot on that one. Works out in St. Clair's favor. They get the rebound.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Shannon Kennedy, she's going to dare them to take that shot. George Brown, they've been struggling from deep. Kennedy, she's got it going.
All right.
2 baskets in a row. That's 5 points here.
Timeout called by George Brown. So right now, Saints pulling in close. Just a 1-point lead for the Huskies, 25-24. Time winding down in this first half.
Yeah, that's a big run here from St. Clair. Shannon Kennedy, we mentioned she was just 1 of 7 in that first quarter. So this is a good sign if you're a Saints fan, hitting that 3-point shot. So that's going to space the floor a little bit. And I'm sure she's just happy as these fans here are in attendance.
The St. Clair fan base has also their own victories to celebrate. This has been very tight as of late. They're getting their rhythm going. But really, you have to credit both teams' defense right now.
And we
Standing
mentioned,
strong.
yeah, so we mentioned that jump from George Brown being now the 2nd best team here after struggling the year previously to that. So they're learning more what it is like to play in a playoff game. This kind of atmosphere a lot more different than a regular season game.
And you have a lot of first-year players on George Brown. I can see about 5 or 6, maybe 7. A couple second-year players, so you do have a aging roster in terms of people are getting their experience, and you're going to very soon just keep developing and keep getting better. And those expectations will continue to rise for Warren Williams' George Brown Huskies.
Yeah, this is one team I'm going to look out for in the years to come. But with that being said, we got to worry about the now here. They just have this 1-point lead with 1:30 left.
Tiana Sullivan.
Look at all the attention that goes to her.
She still finds a way to get loose.
Got to get these rebounds, though.
Good rebound by George Brown.
That's going to do it. That shot clock violation. The ball did not touch the rim.
Nope, St. Clair ball just over a minute to go. 1-point lead for George Brown.
And here's the thing with George Brown, you need to rely on your teammates there on the bench to actually count that down. No one had track of the clock.
Here comes the Huskies.
Nice pass there. Sullivan easily going to bank it in.
Yeah, that's too easy for Sullivan.
And I like that she's not forcing a game, even though she's been quiet. And that's a good matchup. Kennedy being guarded there by Sullivan. Missed layup.
Second chance by the Saints. They're going to get possession here after that ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah. There we go. Ulickney, after missing that previous layup, she's known for her playmaking abilities, and you see it there. Sets up a good pass off the curl to Shannon Kennedy for 3, which is off the mark. Nice defense.
Scramble here, going to be a jump ball.
Oh. But let's see whose ball it is. Referees are going to say it's George Brown's ball.
That was number 6, Crystal Ann Alento for George Brown, fighting for the ball.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like it should be a turnover. Just really good defense there, and then you just give it right back to George Brown. But it is 14 seconds on the shot clock, 26 seconds on the game clock. Huskies hold that 3-point lead.
Deanna deep.
Oh!
That's over Chauvin.
This is really concerning if you're watching from the St. Clair bench. Tiana Sullivan, she's hitting some shots here.
Score is now 29-24, turnover by the Saints.
And here she comes, Sullivan now with 9 points.
5 seconds
looking
left
for it.
Deep shot. Offensive
They still
rebound.
can get a shot up.
Oh, I think that's going to beat the buzzer. Yeah, they're going to count that. Wow, big momentum for George Brown. That's going to extend it to a 7-point lead. Backbreaking for the St. Clair Saints.
Talking about her, Marissa Moore, the leading scorer off the bench. And she sends the Huskies to this half-time break on a good note here. 31-24, George Brown with the lead. Very close game. Maybe they're starting to pull away here. Let's see what they can do with that momentum heading to the third.
See both teams going to their locker rooms for the half, and we'll be going to a break for halftime here. Thank you for joining us on the Hawks Sports Network. We'll be right back with you for the conclusion of this Consolation final. And we are back for the conclusion of the Consolation final. We have George Brown with the 7-point lead after a back-and-forth first half, able to pull away, Mo. But for more analysis here, we're going to have Danielle Dupuis. What do you got, Danielle?
Thanks, Matt. So a little bit of a recap from the first half. I mean, you saw the Saints go out there, and they were going out there strong, and Huskies were kind of trailing a little bit behind, but all of a sudden in the second quarter, they really flipped it around. Looking at the score right now, it's 31-24 for the Huskies. And you know what? I have to hand it over to April Deus, who's just phenomenal. The moment she steps up to that free throw line, the ball's in. Let's be honest, we've been watching her play, but the thing is with the Saints right now, they got to be careful on their defense and just careful with that quick turnover, because that's what's going to kill them during this game if they can't figure that out. So for more on the game, back to you guys. Thanks.
Thank you, Danny. And we are waiting the second half to start, Mo, but what did you like what you saw from both teams here?
Well, for George Brown, they've really picked up the pace. After shooting just 16% in that first quarter, they improved to 40% shooting in the second. You can tell momentum was really swinging towards their way. So how is St. Clair going to respond? Are they going to slow things down here?
Now, the inbound's going to be coming from the Saints, so they'll start the half with possession, going to look to chip away at the 7-point lead.
Yeah, with all that being said about field goal percentage, both these teams at an even 27.3%. But like I said, it seems like George Brown, they're favoring that momentum. Maybe they can continue to improve on their shooting streak.
Saints are trailing as we get a deep shot from
Kennedy. And just as I say that, Shannon Kennedy hits a 3 immediately to start the half.
Right away with a 3-pointer. We'll see how the Huskies respond, maybe with some points of their own. Good tight defense, jump ball.
So Kennedy now with 10 points. That ties a team high with Logan Kucera.
Consolation final here. Up next on the Hawks Sport Network is the bronze medal game at 2:30. Missed there. That's going to be Mohawk against Niagara. We'd like to remind you that Coca-Cola Powerade is the official drink of the 2018 OCAA Women's Basketball Championships. Thank you for your continued support.
And here is Tiana Sullivan. She's been very unselfish. I really respect that, despite being the primary option on offense.
Saints with the rebound. Going to make their way into Husky territory.
Shannon Kennedy, they're giving her that space. Now that time, Ashley McDonald closing things out a little bit more.
Another open shot deep by Kennedy.
Worked perfectly. She gave that screen to Ulickney, so attention went her way. So Kennedy, she went a little pick and pop action.
It's going to be interesting to see who they give it to. They say it's St. Clair ball. But Tiana just gets swarmed. Saints coming out looking really good this half. They're within 4.
Yes, 31-27, the Huskies holding on to the lead, of course. And here's Tiana Sullivan. Like I mentioned, she's not forcing her game, so she's shooting 80%, 4 of 5 shooting, but it's the turnovers for her.
Here comes the Saints.
Nice pass there by Kennedy.
Can't get that to fall. She gets her own rebound, going to reset.
Oh, has Yana open there. But they're going to use more clock. What a pass that time by Shannon Kennedy.
Amazing pass by Kennedy. Looks like Logan might have tripped up a player on the Huskies. Crystal Ann Lento hits the deck.
Foul on Saints number 4, Logan Gustavo. Second personal foul.
No shooting foul. It's going to be Huskies ball. Wilson taking her time. Everybody getting their hands on it for the Huskies right now. Deep shot here. Oh, that's good. Alento.
Yeah, that's her second three-point shot. She's made 2 shots, both of them three-pointers.
Yana.
Oh, nice little Euro.
Nice footwork,
Yeah.
Another jump ball. Good physical play by the St. Clair Saints.
She's got to get back on defense there. Yeah, the head coach, George Brown, was barking out orders here.
Yeah, now here's another move to the hoop by Kucera.
Oh, yeah,
Bangs
she's
that knee.
already holding onto the knee. I thought she was might be lingering on that hip. She fell hip first, took a really hard fall. So I see her limping.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Fighting through it here. Here's the first free throw. No good, still clutching at that knee. And she also took that bump to the face in the first half, I believe.
So Yana Kucera, she's definitely feeling the effects of this game.
That was Kucera at the line for the Saints.
It's a 3-day tournament, a game every day. The final one here. Good rebound by George Brown.
Rebounding is just a huge issue here for St. Clair. No one's really boxing out.
They've been physical when it comes to second chance points and offensive rebounds, but in their own end, not really being as strong as they need to be.
And you see there, Shannon Kennedy, she's the only player attempting to go for that offensive rebound. She still almost got it.
Hopefully,
that was McDonald missing that three-point shot. I'm going to say it's a charging call on Sullivan. Yeah, good call by the referees.
8-point lead for the Huskies. They've been able to extend that lead by 1 point here. St. Clair at the line. You'll have to excuse our absence of the scoreboard sometimes in our broadcast. We're trying to keep that up for you, but we'll keep you updated as much as possible. 36-28 right now.
Well, with the way the turnovers have been going, not much to update here. These teams won't be able to score, just giving away the basketball.
But as of late, George Brown has had that 8-point lead and really been hovering around there. St. Clair trying to get their feet under them.
Yeah, but who else does Andy Kiss go to on the bench? But Jamie Chauvin. Immediately when something goes wrong with the starting lineup, he just goes right to the player he trusts most on the bench. First one off. Chauvin, who has 2 points as well, the only 2 bench points at that. Oh, she may have gone foul too. Hit on the wrist.
So Logan trying to get across half. Lots of attention. Wide open Chauvin. Elects not to shoot. Kennedy coming in trailing. Goes for the bank, doesn't drop.
Look at Tiana Sullivan running the floor here.
Stretch pass.
Uh-oh.
Deep shot there. Long rebound.
Nice rebound.
Yeah, pulled down by Kennedy.
Yeah, you see Kennedy had one player boxed out and another player from behind. Ends up just tipping that one right to Kennedy's hands. Good job that time by St. Clair. Pull-up shot, no good. Oh, but Kennedy, she's been a force here on the glass.
Great offensive rebound. Second chance for the Saints. That brings them within 8.
McDonald, good kick out.
Have a wide open Lento, and she's going to make good on that 3-ball. Timeout called by Andy Kiss as this lead is now double digits.
So once again for Alento, 3 shots here, all 3-pointers. And maybe Andy Kiss is saying, hey, you got to start matching up with their closeout on number 6.
Score is 41-30. Just over 5 minutes left in this third quarter.
And it's tough because you have Yana Kucera. She might be still battling some injuries here. Taking a lot of contact, mentioned on the head or the jaw, and then maybe on the knee there. So the Huskies, they've been bouncing back now, up by 11.
See that tight-knit team huddle of the Huskies, and now a good look at Andy Kiss and his Saints bench. Good energy by the Saints coming out in the second half, just haven't been able to get going, especially defensively, really soft on those rebounds, but that's kind of a bit of what we've seen, a problem all year for the Saints.
Yeah, they need to clean up the rebounding, try to boxing out more players. But you're right, their energy is there, and that's what they needed to have. Match that energy, because George Brown, you knew they were going to come out firing, especially with the way they ended that second quarter. And now you have players like Tiana Sullivan starting to take over.
Yeah, all the momentum in favor of the Huskies right now. And yeah, Tiana just really slicing and dicing when she has the ball in the Saints territory. Logan runs the baseline. Got to get the ball over. Hurry up here. Just gets it over in time.
Oh, she does that little fake there.
And almost gets bumped again on her way back. Get the ice ready for Yana.
Yeah, really.
After this game. She's grinding out there. Hard defense here. Good job by Kennedy. She's going to pick up the foul, but don't want to give anything easy.
Yeah, we have players packed in the paint there. So clogged, and you just ends up anticipating contact coming your way, so officials are going to make the easy call there, blowing the whistle.
Wilson, first free throw coming up. Looking to make this a 10-point lead if she gets this. It's just that, back to a double-digit cushion, 42-32. Sherelle Wilson from Mississauga, Ontario. Second shot's good to make that an 11-point margin.
Yep, she now has 6 points. There you go. This the best time, the best I've seen them break the press, I could say.
Great movement. Saints have been good in those quick transition. There's Kennedy.
Yeah, use your size there. If she killed her dribble, she won't be able to do it that time, but maybe they could give it right back to Kennedy. Oh, man, who gets hit right now again? And she just gives a little smile like, you got to be kidding me.
But hats off to her. She's not relenting in her drives towards the net. She's getting banged up, but it's not slowing her down. It's not taking away her determination. So,
Kennedy, of course, the leader of this team, but Yana Kucera and Logan Kucera always there.
That's Yana Kucera now with her second free throw. That's good.
And after struggling in the first half, she was 0 of 3, just had 1 point. She's turning things around. She did have 6 rebounds, though, really key considering how they've been struggling on the glass.
Huskies are up 11 right now. It's going to be their possession here with 18 on the shot clock. Let's see if they can add to their lead. Ball inbounded by Marissa Moore. Last touch by Kennedy. Yeah.
Almost 5-second violation.
Okay, little words of advice to Moore.
Yeah, like a mound visit, almost.
Uses the fastball to get this in play, and here's Tiana. Takes the deep shot. Back to Tiana down low. No foul.
Yeah, Sullivan, she was wondering the same thing. No call on the play.
Consolation final on the line, under 5 minutes to go here.
Oh, that is tough. A turnover right in front of your head coach, who just passes it to the referee in disgust.
Third quarter.
Nice.
Yana Casera gets it over to Kennedy. Back to Yana, making her way to the hoop, no fear. Logan, off the glass and in. Great feed from her sister.
Two sisters, I'm sure they know each other's game really well.
I would imagine so. And they connect really well out here.
That's gonna be a turnover. Good call by the referee.
Kennedy just kind of messing things up there for Marissa Moore.
Saints, they're climbing right back into this map.
Here come the Saints, marching in, looking for some points here. Down 7.
Yeah, that was almost a traveling call, so that's why Logan Casera had to put up that shot. I'm sure that's not what she wanted to do, but Sullivan, she had all the intention in the world to put up that one.
Just need to rebound better in their defensive end.
Yes.
And they get one here. You lick me.
Now you got to break the press. Not much time either. It's going to be a second. That's going to be, yes, 8-second violation.
Have to feel that urgency, especially when Logan gets the ball there with some open space. You got to advance it over half.
Yeah, just one step too slow.
Sullivan finds Deus. Tiana going to work now. That shot's up, gonna let that one fall out. See if the Huskies can get it over half this time. Good press by, pardon me, the Saints trying to get it over half. They do so right there, you lick me.
Yeah, with ease as well.
At times the press has given them a lot of trouble. At other times they've been able to find an open player and really stretch out George Brown. Seven-point lead for the Huskies, 43-36, with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Second half has been a lot of the same, really back and forth. George Brown, tough team for these Huskies. Good contact there. Yana's gonna take that shot, doesn't get it to fall. Rebounded by the Saints, up, taken by Shannon. Gets that to fall, so a good possession for the Saints, Mo. That's a big momentum builder. Ball's out of bounds. Andy Kiss is jubilant. I don't know, the referees are gonna discuss it initially. Might have thinking it was gonna be Saints ball. Adjustment there, and it's gonna be Huskies' chance to add to their point total, hanging on to a 5-point lead.
Yeah, it seems like they're just trading 1 quarter to 1 quarter. Saints, I thought they had a good first quarter, then it was George Brown, and now it's back to St. Clair having a strong quarter. Nice long rebound as well, collected there by Logan Casera.
Here's Kennedy, pull-up shot. Great rebound by Ulickney, out of bounds, gonna be Saints ball. Time winding down in the third quarter. Saints trying to cut to this deficit. Ball turned over.
That was a good play though on the inbounds.
Wide open Huskies here. Deus makes her way to the hoop. Oh, good footwork.
Yep. Indeed it was. She didn't travel at all. Had a good shot, but she's been struggling. Hasn't made a field goal.
Yana to the hoop, up, and doesn't get it to fall.
Yeah, you gotta make those ones.
No doubt. That would have made it a 3-point game, but still a 2-possession lead for George Brown.
Yeah, maybe just got a bit too excited. Good defense.
Wide open shot.
Yeah, a lot of players, I think they were looking for that ball to go out of bounds. Lots of St. Clair players just looking on here. You don't want that on defense. You need active hands and moving bodies.
Foul. Deus picks up the blocking foul. Just waiting on the inbound from the Saints now.
They're actually going to say it's the 15th foul on George Brown, so it'll actually be 2 free throws.
first shot for Logan. You know, they say when one twin gets hurt, the other can feel it. I wonder if Logan's feeling some of the shots that Jana's been taking all game.
Yeah, could be the case because she's been having a great half after her sister. She was the one who had the strong first half, Logan Kucera.
Kick ball by Kennedy.
Remember, Logan Kucera, she was leading the way for St. Clair with 10 points heading into the half. And now it's Jana who has 5 points.
Just a 3-point game. 43 points for George Brown. Foul called to George Brown. It's going to be Saints ball.
And wondering what the call was. I believe they called on number 21 there. So that would be Ahmad.
Check that. It's going against the Saints. Yeah, Ahmad. So Huskies ball. Shot up there.
Oh.
Good rebound by Tiana. Ferocious on that rebound.
That was just tough for Ahmad because she did her best to box out. The ball just took a funny little roll off the back rim there. And Sullivan using her length to grab that one in.
But it's the same sad song for the Saints, rebounding in their defensive end. Surrenders possession to the Huskies.
Yeah, George Brown, they have 21 offensive rebounds. Oh,
Tiana.
Nice move.
Getting busy.
That's money.
And one. Great play there. Trying to reestablish this lead. They've led it by as much as 11 this quarter. And that shot's going to make it a 5-point margin, 45-40.
Yeah, this is what we're used to seeing. Sullivan establishing herself as the focal point on the offense. Really in command here.
Game clock shows 1 minute and 5 seconds left. And the Saints are going to advance the ball.
And how about this? Sullivan already with a double-double, 14 points, 12 rebounds.
Kennedy puts it up. No good. Other way. Here comes the Huskies. Tiana finds Deus. Pick play by Bellini. Travel call. Going to be St. Clair going the other way.
Yeah, April Days, the turnover for her. She's 1 of 14, and she gets a turnover, not her best showing. And so we are in the bonus. This will be free throws.
Both teams now in the bonus. Just seconds left in the third quarter.
It'll be Lickney heading to the line. And this is where she's been getting all of her points. Just 3 points here. She's known, though, to get her teammates involved, like we've been saying, a playmaker. Helps the Kucera sisters play more off the ball.
Let's remember, it was a 7-point lead for the Huskies coming into the second half, and right now a 4-point difference. So Saints are slowly clawing away, but really it's been the Huskies leading the most of this game.
Yeah, you mentioned that first half. It was Marissa Moore who hit that buzzer beater shot, number 22. So let's see if they give her a look here. Haven't really gone her way. But she just checked in just moments ago. But Sullivan, with the way she's been having the hot hand, maybe she should just continue throwing up shots. But here she is.
The most dynamic player out there right now.
Yes, Marissa Moore. I believe they were trying to go for her, but she's going to get the ball stripped.
Good rebound by Logan.
No need. There you go.
10 seconds left. Winding
to
down.
that shot.
Deep shot from
back.
Kennedy.
Oh! Step back three to give them the lead. Oh, with the clock winding down, so we had Marissa Moore hitting that buzzer beater shot, and now we have Shannon Kennedy hitting the three-point shot to give the Saints the lead heading into the fourth quarter.
Check that. Looks like it's going to still be a 1-point lead for the Huskies, but really drawing close, and that's a big difference from the 11-point lead we saw earlier this quarter, Mo.
Yeah, and Shannon Kennedy, when she's getting it going, that's another player you got to look out for. It's been the Kucera sisters. They've been helping her out, but now it's Shannon Kennedy. It might be her final OCAA game.
Having a good night, 17 points. Let's see what she has in store for us for the final quarter, talking about one of the greatest women's players in OCAA history. So let's see what she's got for us.
Yeah, Shannon Kennedy, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 1 assist, filling up the stat sheet in every category imaginable. And
3 for 6 from deep.
3 of 6, and how about this, just 1 turnover. It really says a lot because as a team, St. Clair, they have 18 turnovers. Both these teams, in fact, have 18 turnovers.
2 blocks for Kennedy.
Yes. And on the other hand, Tiana Sullivan, we already mentioned her stat line, 14 points, 12 rebounds. She had that double-double early in the third quarter, in fact. 2 assists as well. Lots of good games, but it's the players we expected to play well that have been doing their job.
Outstanding. So that's really going to be the matchup. Can Tiana Sullivan continue to dominate play and lead her team to more offensive explosions? But Shannon Kennedy really heating up in her final OCAA game. Is she going to bring it here after that buzzer beater 3-pointer?
Yep.
Looks like we might have something interesting on our hands.
Yeah, both these teams still hovering around mid 20% here as far as shooting goes. 25% in that quarter, 6 of 24 for St. Clair. 26% for George Brown. That's after shooting 40% in the second. So St. Clair, they're reverting right back to that tough defense that we've been seeing from them early on.
And here we go.
There you go. That's a good miss because Sullivan, she's been on fire, 6 of 10.
Start this with some points
All
from
right,
St.
now we
Clair.
get the
Bank
lead.
shot by Yana. Double-double on the way for Shannon Kennedy.
Could be, yeah.
Rebounded by the Huskies. Second chance point.
There's some more. She already has 8 rebounds in under 20 minutes right off the bench.
Oh, by the Saints. The OCAA and its 29 members would like to thank the Government of Ontario for its continued support of post-secondary sport in Ontario.
And that's the thing, if you're gonna get those baskets here, if you're St. Clair, you have to make sure you're running right back on defense because you just gave away an easy layup to another easy layup. And to Sullivan, no less.
Good ball movement. Saints really look like they're playing lights out right now. We get a shot from number 10, Jamie Chauvin.
You mentioned the good ball movement. That allowed Jamie Chauvin to pull up for that mid-range shot.
Foul call there. Gonna shoot 2.
And Chauvin, she's still the only player on the bench who scored for St. Clair.
Another Signs and Recognition are the official award supplier to the OCAA. Deus at the line.
Yeah, so while she's just 1 of 14 from the field, she is 4 of 4 from the free throw line.
6 points so far. Looking to add to that here. 1 point lead for the Saints. So there it is, Mo. The Saints have got their lead. And there it goes, tied up.
Yes, so while both these teams really struggling from the field, 30% for the Saints, 28% for George Brown, it's been the free throw has been really key. And as I say that, just jinx it completely for days.
Saints are gonna have to get it over half. This full court press is in full effect.
Yep. With that being said, 9
Oh,
of 11.
tipped by Kennedy.
Free throws, 10 of 12 for St. Clair. And yes, here comes Sullivan. Watch out because she's on the fast break. That could be a charge. Yeah, referee saying a no call. That was a close 50-50 call, so I'm okay with the play on there.
Good physical ball.
Nice
Kennedy.
extra pass.
Oh,
So
man.
unselfish. Good job. And she picks up her own rebound.
Yeah.
Gets it.
Way to go.
Jamie Chauvin.
Off the bench, really performing here in the second half.
And that's another key here, Matt, to look out for. That rebounding margin. St. Clair, they're cutting that one down as well. Pull-up shot. Here we go.
Right back the other way are the Huskies. Tie game, 53-all. Over 2 minutes gone here in our fourth quarter. Here's Yana. Deep
She's
shot
on
again.
fire. Ooh.
Chauvin. The
What
offensive
a
rebound
play.
by the Saints has been on point. It's just in their defensive end they really struggle.
Yeah, and I want them to keep up this ball movement. There you go, Jamie Chauvin for three. She's on fire. Oh, she is on fire, folks, and she's coming on fire at the perfect time here in the fourth quarter, trying to help her team get a win. Sullivan, she lost handle of it. That's a turnover.
Sullivan grabbing her
Coming to
face.
St. Clair here. Sorry, Matt, go ahead.
No, we got looks like Sullivan might have gotten bumped in the head, but it's really been going around. A real physical game.
What the players, they have to know at this point in the fourth quarter, you have to know how the officials are calling this game. They're not going to give you that call. Don't expect to get that call. Continue to play hard.
Consolation filed. They're going to let the players play.
You can tell Ulikny, she was trying to kick that one right out to Chauvin, who was camped there in the corner on the left-hand side. That's where she likes it.
Chauvin's going to inbound it here. Look for her to maybe get the ball back.
What the screen off Kennedy. What a
There
play.
it is. Doesn't fall. Great rebound there.
Yeah, like we said yesterday, usually they run a play for the player running that inbound pass.
Good move there.
Nice defense by Chauvin as well. Oh,
Been all Chauvin here. Shot up.
Oh, that was a tough miss, but good job there by Kusera. Yana Kusera. And the George Brown fans here right behind us, Matt. They are not happy.
Getting a little nervous here as the Saints are really pulling together defensively, shutting down the Huskies, and red hot, led by number 10, Chauvin, who's checking out right now. Jamie Chauvin.
They said, call the foul to the officials. Well, it's the clean version of it at least, but with that being said, here's Dace. She's been improving on her shooting here. And that's why she's gonna pull up from deep. That's a good look though. Oh, nice save.
Good job, Kennedy, pushing the pace.
Got to take advantage, 3-on-1. Oh, that's okay, just get back on defense. Yana Kusera looking at her sister like, come on, what are you doing? The two sisters there.
Logan's going, I put it right there for you.
Just some sibling rivalry.
One of the many disputes between those two over the years.
And I guess when you play with your sibling, you bring the best out of each other. Very competitive. Good defense there. Logan Kusera. She's saying, hey, sister, how do you play about that? She gets a pass.
Here they come the other way, led by Logan. Oh, good feed there. Kind of unsuspecting. That's one thing about Kennedy's passes. The defense never expects them. Sometimes their own teammates like, how's the ball coming to me right now?
And it didn't help that she was open. That trailer, always a good spot to pull up for three there.
3-point lead for the Saints, 56-53. Just under 6 minutes to go.
Not a lot of movement off the ball here for George Brown.
They've really gone stale offensively.
Yeah, that helped everyone shift on over. Shannon Kennedy, give her credit on defense. That was just Yana Kusera trying to be aggressive, maybe draw the foul. Got to get back on defense. Good job here. Look at who's in the middle, Kennedy.
Oh, wow, gets her own rebound there, but just throws it up to nobody. Substitution coming in for George Brown, Marissa Moore.
Coach Andy Kiss trying to get the attention of Yana Kusera, who's just looking away here, and then finally gives a little nod to her coach, saying, I got you. She knows her mistake here.
It's going to be Saints ball. Last touch by Kennedy. Andy Kiss calling up the play.
Yep. Let's see if they go with Kennedy. She's looking for that handoff. Yeah, they are going to go with her scoop. Wow. Left-handed layup. Oh.
Unreal. She finds a way to score from anywhere.
Yeah, how about that? Goes from one side of the court then all the way to the other. Shannon Kennedy, she's trying to end her career on a great note, and she's been doing so. Look at that. Nice defense coming off the screen. Ooh.
Kennedy putting on a show here has led her team to a 5-point lead.
Shannon Kennedy, folks, 19 points, 11 rebounds, 8 of 20 shooting.
make that just a 4-point lead for the Saints. Help coming in for the Huskies now. The final free throw.
And another player I want to give a shout out to, of course, Jamie Chauvin. She had 2 points at the end of the third quarter. Now she has 9 points.
And that's a make.
All right, we have ourselves a really good game, folks. This is what I was saying. I felt like I was going to go down to the wire from the opening tip. Just the way these two teams have been playing, very consistent with their effort.
Ulickney, Kennedy now being guarded by Tiana.
And no Jamie Chauvin on the court here for the Saints, so someone's got to step up here on offense. No call. Ahmad, she did get a lot of foul. I believe she got fouled there, I should say. A lot of contact.
Loses control. Huskies back the other way. Down 3. This is a 1-possession game if they get a shot from deep.
You see Yannick is here trying to force Lento to the left. Nice.
Good block. That's another block for Kennedy.
Yep, lots of players going to the strong side there. 4 players getting the block.
2 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, Coach Warren Williams, this is a big possession for him.
No doubt.
2 seconds, so he just wants to run a play here. Maybe a lot of screens I'm expecting to happen, trying to free up someone.
3-point lead for the Saints with 4 minutes to go. Be interesting to see this possession from George Brown. If they can maybe quickly get a deep shot, that would really turn things around.
Really, what's important here is, even though they might get a good look here, I'm going to say the rebounding. They have to make sure, St. Clair, they have to make sure they grab that rebound, complete their defensive possession, because they've done a good job killing the clock here. Just 2 seconds, as we mentioned. This is going to force George Brown to take a tough shot. But you got to grab the rebounds, because with that being said, it's just going to reset.
The Humber College Athletic Department would like to thank Humber's broadcast television program for their efforts in producing the live stream of the 2018 OCAA Women's Basketball Championships. The conclusion of the Consolation final is right before your eyes. After this timeout, going to have a big play. Either way, if George Brown can get some points here, it would really go a long way to get their offensive rhythm back going.
I was just looking at the huddle, see if Jamie Chauvin was going to check in. No, she is not. So maybe Coach Andy Kiss just buying some more time. But Jamie Chauvin as a player off the bench, maybe you just want to see her get those minutes. She's been really good in this quarter. But hey, who am I to question Andy Kiss? So like we said, 2 seconds on the clock. Let's see a lot of off-ball screens here. Here we go. We have 1. I have freed up Dace. Got to get the rebound. There you go. That's what I was saying. That rebound, that was the big key, really. And there you go. That's going to hurt.
Second chance points.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, really smart by Warren Williams. You know, if you can just get any shot up, there's a good chance you're going to get that offensive rebound against the St. Clair defensive rebounding, which has been lacking.
And now look at the body language now for George Brown. They're really animated. They're so into this right now. This is going to be a tough possession for St. Clair, but who is going to come through? But Yana Cusero with the left hand.
Divine intervention on that play. Just hangs off the rim right back. So we're trading blows here. That's April Deus.
I really like her. Short-term memory here. Struggle from the field, as we were mentioning, but here in the fourth quarter, clean slate. She's been excellent.
Right back at it.
Good ball movement.
Logan.
Nice. She's going to make another good move to the hoop.
Just a 1-point lead by the Saints. Logan Cusera is going to try to extend that with 2 free throws coming up. 3 minutes to go.
I'm just going to be a little nosy here, trying to hear in the conversation of Shannon Kennedy and Coach Andy Kiss.
Andy Kiss, the fifth-year head coach for the St. Clair Saints.
Yeah, I believe maybe he was just telling Shannon Kennedy what kind of defensive set they're going to run here. Who knows? Maybe their next offensive set he has a play in mind as well. Look out for Sullivan, though.
Good foul by Kennedy. So let's keep an eye on Shannon Kennedy and the dwindling moments of her illustrious OCAA career. What does she have in store for us?
What a game this has been, too, man.
Absolutely. Great consolation final. Both great teams.
Yeah, because like I said, top top of the broadcast, I mentioned the motivation. What's the mindset going to be with both these teams? Who's really going to want this game? And with what I'm seeing from this play, both these teams, they want it badly. And I really respect that. And we have Sullivan here. She missing the free throw. Really a rare miss for George Brown as a team.
2-point lead. Make that 1 point, 61 to 60.
Yeah, George Brown, they only missed 2 free throws. Excuse me, 3 free throws. Sullivan, she's missed 2 herself. Days with the other miss.
The Saints want to add to their lead, get some kind of comfortable cushion established. Yana to Logan.
And folks, just to set you up on the score here, it's 61-60. The Saints with the lead, and it's still going to remain that way. 2 minutes, 38 seconds left.
Thrown away, but really good job by Tiana Sullivan to pick that one up.
Oh.
Now that's going to be a defensive foul.
Oh. That was close.
Yeah, big contact there.
That was really close. And the tough part about that is the Saints there, that's their 15th foul. And just on the other hand, George Brown, they only have 1 team foul, so free throws the rest of the way for the Huskies. That is a tough call, especially with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Oh.
Tiana shot up. That's good. This game is all tied up at 61. 2.5 minutes to go.
And give credits to the official making that call. They're not shying away from it.
It's going to be interesting to see how this game is decided. I've got my eye on number 14 in green.
I'm still wondering, maybe Jamie Chauvin will come off the bench. Still wondering about that, but here we go. Ulickney.
To Logan.
Sarah sisters, they've been on fire. Maybe you got to give them a look here. It's Ulickney for 3.
Deep shot, that's good. It reestablished that lead for the Saints.
And not only that, she hits her first field goal after going 0 of 10 in the third, at the end of the third, and look at that, George Brown with the response.
Deus right back.
April Days. So the 2 players that are struggling here, they're going back and forth. April Days now with 11 points, 3 of 18 shooting.
Look for Kennedy here. Ahmad with it now.
Nope. Killed her own dribble there.
Logan to Yana.
Oh. Good defense here from the Huskies. Oh, Ulickney. Hard to the basket.
She's going to be helped up by her teammates. Hopefully she's okay to shoot too. Time to grind it out. Under 2 minutes to go. All tied up here in the consolation final.
Yeah, Ulickney, she just hit her first field goal, 1 of 11, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists for her. But this is a big trip. You need her to make another 2. Oh, and the fans, they're getting in it. Not going to be easy. There you go.
There's the lead for the Saints. Second shot here.
65-64. Got a rebound. Ooh, good
offensive rebound by the Saints, reestablishing. Yeah, very good job, Logan.
Now remember, the shot clock doesn't go to a full 24, so it's a shortened clock. 4 seconds. Ulickney looking for another field goal.
Oh, it looked good. A little too long.
Oh, almost. I thought that was almost a turnover.
In between players, yeah. It looked like Warren Williams was going to be the best one to have a chance at that.
Yeah, Coach Warren Williams completely blocking Olentos. I thought that was sailing right to him, but yeah, look at that. Heading to the free throw line again here.
Foul called on the Saints. The St. Clair fans can't believe it.
Seems like neither fan base is happy, but I am just enjoying this game.
Enjoying this great game, yeah.
Unbiased point of view here. Look at that, a missed free throw.
That's where being an impartial fan of sports really comes into play, because you can just enjoy this fantastic game. With, I mean, I'm still a little stressed out here. This is coming right down to the wire.
2 missed free throws. Look out. Now you got to wonder, do you maybe buy some time here? But if they can hit a 3, no call off the ball. Referee's going to blow the whistle, but I think it's just because the player is down there, and that is, well, I think that's Yana Kusera. Who else?
Oh, boy. She got jabbed in the throat that time. Add that to the laundry list of dings she's got.
About 4 or 5 injuries, I believe, at this point. Maybe 3, but.
Now we have some St. Clair fans yelling Chatham Strong to the Kusera sister, who's, of course, from Chatham. Yeah, she's just a minute left. You're going to grind it out.
Well, on the positive side, you still have good players. And Andy Kiss, he's going to take a timeout, really good timeout here from Andy Kiss. And that's just a head coach looking out for a player. With this kind of time left, a minute or so, just a bit over a minute, coaches kind of like to hold on to those last few timeouts. Not the case here. Andy Kiss calling a timeout strictly, so Yana Kucera can just come out of this timeout feeling a little bit better about herself.
Going to have some time to cool off here during this timeout are the St. Clair Saints, and there you see Warren Williams on the other end for the George Brown Huskies. Tight-knit huddle, they're drawing up their play. It's going to be great to see how this one turns out. 1 point lead for the Saints. Both teams want this consolation final badly. You can just feel it.
Yeah, indeed you can, and you wonder here, you hear the Saints, Yana Kucera, who had a strong fourth quarter. She just got hurt here, so you wonder if you actually go to her this time on this offensive possession, or you have to now go to a player you rely on like a Shannon Kennedy, or maybe like her sister, Logan Kucera.
1 minute left. The teams are breaking their huddle. Here we go.
And we expected heavy minutes from the starters for St. Clair, and that has been the case. Just heading into the fourth quarter, just 18 minutes given to the bench, and that's actually just come from two players, Chauvin, who's played 10, and Mara, who played 8, and of course Chauvin, she's the only player who had a few minutes here in the fourth. And of course, George Brown, 15 minutes to Marissa Moore, so the bench, few players stepping up, and look at that, right off the injury, they're still gonna go to her. Yana Kucera, that's a good call.
See how she bounces back here.
It's all about defense at this point though, Matt. Especially for the Saints.
Oh, and a rebound by Kennedy, but it's fumbled.
Yes.
Jump ball.
Let's see, and it's gonna be St. Clair's ball. Now let's see, we're gonna have a full court press here. It looks like it, yep. Sullivan, she's gonna be guarding that inbound pass. Moore is gonna be guarding Ulickney, who's looking to get the ball.
Kennedy,
yes.
Yeah, stretches it out. Really
Nice
finds
job breaking the press.
all kinds of space. Ulickney wide open.
No rush, no rush.
Slowing things down here.
No rush.
Ahmad to Ulickney. Jacks that shot up.
Oh,
Doesn't go. Rebounded by Yana. Oh, the reverse.
that's
Pushed
tipped
out.
by Kennedy. Yes, good
Yeah.
call by the referee. Here we go though.
Oh
24
boy.
seconds. And his coach Warren Williams, he's gonna hold on to the last shot here. Just go for the win, or you're gonna attempt a shot, and if you miss, you have that option of fouling intentionally. But the Huskies, sorry, they have 2 team fouls, so even with an intentional foul, they're gonna have to have another one.
Yeah, 25 seconds remaining.
This
Both
is
teams with
intense.
1 timeout, like you said, Mo. Well, don't know what to expect here.
Yes.
Just final seconds of Shannon Kennedy's career, Mo. Maybe you
Oh.
expect to see something spectacular from her, whether it's one of those trademark passes to find an open teammate, or maybe on the defensive end, it's going to be important against George Brown, who are now going to be surging forward.
Yeah, that would be a heartbreaking way to just end your career here if George Brown wins the game on a buzzer beater. How about that? But hey, Shannon Kennedy, regardless, 19 points, 11 rebounds, a double-double. I think that's a fine way to end your OCAA career.
Both teams have played lights out in any event, and really coming down to the wire here. All right, the court general, Shannon Kennedy, is instructing her team for...
They're saying switch on everything. That's what they're saying. So you got to communicate on these plays. They're expecting the off-ball screens, I'm assuming, and that's why they're saying switch. Here we go. Maybe a pick is coming. It looks like Sullivan's going to set the screen. Days gets a good look. In and out. Get the rebound. And who
Rebounded
else?
by Kennedy. There it is.
Got a foul.
Fouled now.
Wow, Shannon Kennedy, great job grabbing that rebound. Good defense, so they went with Days there instead of Sullivan. Maybe they were looking for Sullivan off the screen, but it was Days who had that pull-up shot. Misses that one, so she's now 4 of 20 with 13 points. And we might have a timeout here. Yes, we will.
Gonna have to find a way, does Andy Kiss, to break this full court press by George Brown, which they did very handedly the last time, but you know, that press has given them all kinds of trouble here this whole game.
Yeah, you don't want to turn over here, and it looks like number 10, Jamie Chauvin, will actually come into the game. No, it looks like they just came to the scores table to confirm that she will be a sub. But we'll have to keep an eye on that. So here he comes, George Brown. You're going to have to foul here. Your first option, of course, is to get the steal, maybe force the 8-second violation.
You cannot lose your focus here. This is going to be very tight contested. Have to expect the Huskies to really put the press on and, of course, pick up another foul if the Saints are able to get the ball in play.
Yep. And the other thing you got to consider, free throws, really good for both these teams, so might not expect a miss here from St. Clair. They've made their free throws down in critical times too, so that pressure might not be so important.
All right, things are about to get going. Inbound play coming for the St. Clair Saints.
All right,
Giannis
you get your
foul.
quick foul to Yana Kusera. So now 4 team fouls on George Brown, so they are going to need one more foul here. And it'll be Ulickney. That's a good play there from St. Clair. You get their best free throw shooter, at least in this game. That's who you want.
Everything going to plan for the Saints. First shot coming up.
Yep. Like I said, Ulickney, she is 5 of 6. Yana Kusera, she was 4 of 6. Logan, she was 3 of 4. Ooh,
boy.
Her second miss. Uh-oh. Tense moments here.
And feel the tension in the gym. Second shot up here. We get a good look at the crowd.
Oh, there you go. They're going to call their timeout.
Final timeout of the game called by the Huskies. 2-point lead for the Saints with 11 seconds left. So George Brown is going to get a chance to inbound the ball.
Yep. And I'm thinking here, Matt, with 11 seconds left, you're down by 2. You got to go for the quickest shot possible and then foul after if you do miss that. So you still give yourself that chance to maybe tie the game if they do miss a free throw. But the key is you got to get a shot up quick. And now if it's a broken play, you're not able to do so, then yeah, at that point, you got to kill the clock and get the best shot as possible. But quick shot. So it's really, really important to run a good inbounds play.
There's Andy Kiss, the final words of advice for his team. Once again, that tight-knit Huskies huddle.
So we know the Huskies, they won with April Days the last time. So I'll be expecting Tiana Sullivan to get the shot on this offensive trip.
2-point lead for the Saints, 10 seconds left. All right, Mo.
Yeah, here we go. So I'm expecting number 15 to get the ball, but don't sleep on number 6, Alento. She's made 3 threes. It's a turnover. You don't need to shoot it, though. You didn't need to shoot it.
Oh, boy, a missed layup the other way.
Shoot it. Oh, no. No.
Another missed layup. Tiana can't get it up, and she's fouled.
It's a foul at the buzzer. Are you kidding me? This is a crazy game.
Boy, can we break down what just happened? We had the inbound pass that
Lickney, she did not need to shoot that shot. And she see it there. She knew she had a mental lapse. She has her hand on her head there.
mental lapse after mental lapse.
Oh, man. Did not need to do that. And it's going to be a foul on number 12, Yana Kusera. Oh,
so
my.
The weight of the world on
And that's her.
Tiana Sullivan's shoulders right now.
That's her 5th foul. Wow. And it's Tiana Sullivan taking the free throws. Who else?
This is where all that practice
My
in the gym comes down. It's going to be these free throws that George Brown's hope are resting on.
Yep. This is going to be a wild one. Well, it already has been, which is 0.6 seconds, but we don't know how it's going to end at this point. Who knows? We could have more. Could have overtime coming. And Here is Sullivan, 68.5% free throw shooter. Wow.
First one's made. Much to the delight of the George Brown fans. Here we go, the second shot coming up here.
Not easy, folks, to make a free throw like these under these circumstances. This is not easy. Your arms are just shaking right now at this point.
Little hesitation.
Oh, wow.
And that's tied up.
Gotta go for it. Throw it up. Ulickney.
Oh, I don't know if she got that off in time, but
Ulickney, oh, you know she's not happy with herself. No need to attempt that layup at the end. Could have just killed the clock, taken the foul. But you see her teammates there, great teammates, just giving her a pat on the back saying, don't worry about it. Let's worry about overtime now. 66-66. So Matt, here we are calling another overtime game. My
and
goodness.
Mo, I think this maybe sets up a bit more of a dramatic finish. Maybe we have the all-time greatest scorer, Shannon Kennedy, with something up her sleeve as we see poor Yana Kucera is holding her head. She has just been tossed around. I think she was looking forward to maybe a bag of ice, but no, get back on the court, young lady.
And the tough thing about this, you gotta wonder if momentum now is favoring George Brown, because you missed that opportunity to seal the game by Ulickney's blown layup. And then of course Sullivan, she's gonna make 2 free throws. Wow, and the Saints, they did so well in that quarter. They did so well in general in this half.
End of regulation, all tied up at 66. We're gonna have a 5-minute overtime stanza.
Yeah, I'm just going over the stats here. So 33% shooting here for George Brown. And just when you said that St. Clair, they need to improve on their shooting, I mentioned hovering around mid-20%. They're improved to 40% in that fourth quarter. And then even with all that being said, we have a tie game here. And it's been Sullivan, 21.7 and 9 at the free throw line with 13 rebounds. April Day's turning things around with 13 points, 9 rebounds of her own. Shannon Kennedy, 19 points, 12 rebounds. And another double-double by Yana Kucera with 12 rebounds and 12 points.
Time to dig deep. Both teams, no doubt, exhausted by this high-paced game. It's going to be the Saints ball to start off overtime. Check that. I think it might actually be, yeah, it's going to be George Brown.
And I believe Yana Kucera fouled out there, so still, that's okay. St. Clair, you have Jamie Chauvin. She's into the game. She's been excellent. I thought she actually should have had more playing time there down the stretch. Maybe Andy Kiss is thinking about the same thing in retrospect.
Going to be Saints ball.
Yeah, you're missing Yana Kucera, though, so that's a big gap to fill on offense. There's Ulickney. How's she going to recover from that tough go?
Kennedy now.
Hand off the step back. What a move.
Deep shot rebounded by George Brown. Here comes Sullivan the other way. Ahmad playing Dion Sullivan.
Oh,
my
goodness. Oh my goodness. Tiana Sullivan, folks. Coach Andy Kiss not happy with the defense here.
Calling for some kind of help defense on Sullivan when she's making her way to the hoop.
Yeah, and specifically saying that to Jamie Chauvin, so maybe that's why we didn't see her play too much. Maybe it was the defensive assignments, some missed assignments here, but regardless, Tiana Sullivan, she's heading to the free throw line again. Trying to make it 3 in a row at the line. Yes, she does.
3-point lead for the Huskies. Off the and one. Play by Tiana.
Who else are you going to rely on but Shannon Kennedy here?
Shot from Ulickney.
No need to force it. What a rebound, though. Logan Kucera.
Two shots coming up for Logan Kucera. 4 minutes left in overtime, 69-66 in favor of the Huskies.
Nice.
Make that a 2-point lead now for the Huskies. Logan's gonna try to cut it down to 1. Chatham strong.
That rebound, though. Oh.
Saints ball.
Yep. Jump ball. That time works in their favor. Coach Williams, he's not happy with that. But those are the rules. Here's Chauvin.
Over to Ulickney. Kennedy. Logan to the hoop. She gets fouled, gonna shoot two again.
Yeah, going to a familiar spot, heading right back to the charity stripe. There you go.
Second shot coming up. No good. Rebounded by the Saints.
Wow.
Strong play. That's Crystal Andolento coming in a bit too strong. Heavy foul. Gonna have Ulickney going to the line.
Wow.
Yeah. I believe it was Crystal Andolento came in there for the rebound. Really just body checked.
Yeah, I remember, folks, the team fouls, they don't reset, so when they go to overtime, so it's free throws for both these teams.
Tie game, 69 all.
So at this point, you wonder if even if they miss a free throw, they're going to get another second chance. There you go. At least they make it. Now have that 1 point lead.
Only a minute has transpired here in overtime.
Trapping here. What a trap it was. Kucera gets tripped, no call. Recovered there nicely, though, by St. Clair.
Going to settle down are the Saints. Kennedy on her way to the hoop.
That's okay, good take.
Good rebound by Tiana.
Now don't pressure so much, just go back. Go back, there you go. Oh, Shannon Kennedy, she missed her assignment there. She instead took that gamble trying to get the steal and forced that 8-second violation. Works out for them though.
Hits the underside of the hoop. Get it over half.
Yeah, slow things down there.
Okay, get set are the Saints. Here's Kennedy.
Slow it down. There you go.
Marissa Mark gets it to Logan.
That's okay. George Brown, good rebound. Marissa Moore ripping that ball away.
Sullivan taking her time. Get the sense she's going to work a move and take a shot.
Yeah, all Sullivan, and can't really question that.
Yeah, made it easy that time. 1 point lead for the Huskies.
Nice cut there by Kennedy.
Ooh, can't get that to fall. Kennedy's been stuck at 19 points for the last little bit.
Man, I think at this point it's just exhaustion. She's played a lot of minutes.
As per usual. Not sure if we've seen Kennedy check out at all this game.
I was just going to say, you're actually right on the money about that. She played all 40 minutes at the end of regulation, along with Logan Kucera, number 4. So those two players, they must be exhausted. And Ulickney, at the end of 4 quarters, she played 37 minutes. Like I said, I was expecting that heavy workload, and Tiana Sullivan, 36 minutes for her, and Day, she played all the minutes as well at 40. So let's see here, St. Clair inbounding it. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here in overtime.
1 point lead for the Huskies. Here come the Saints trying to
Nice.
deep shot.
Pick and pop.
Hey,
Pop, that's the shot. Sets the screen, plants herself behind the arc. Money.
Make that 22 for Kennedy in her final game.
Oh,
there's
look at
Tiana
Sullivan.
right back.
She's just a one-woman show at this point.
This is going to be coming right down to the wire. The two best players, I imagine, especially with Yana Kucera out, really going to fall on the shoulders of Shannon Kennedy.
Pick and pop, pick and pop. Look at it, same play. There you go, the pick and pop. Oh, missed there, but they run the same play. That time George Brown anticipated a little bit better.
That was a deep shot.
Go to Sullivan. Go to Sullivan. Here you go. Had some space, thought about it. Logan Kucera's got to close out a little bit more and trust her defense is going to be there to help her out.
Oh, how about that? Good fake shot. Find some open space for Ashley McDonald with a big 2 points, and that's going to give Huskies a 2 point lead.
See there, the family members who are talking about right behind us, you know, they're all fired up about that one. Ashley McDonald saving the best for last year.
Timeout called by the Saints. That leaves 1 timeout left on the board. That's going to be for the Huskies if they need it. Minute and a half left in overtime. 2 point lead for the Huskies.
So you wonder, Cannon Kennedy, she had 2 shots there on the same play, that pick and pop 3-point shot. And I'm sure George Brown, they're not going to give her that look. So you got to wonder, do you go to a Logan Kucera here? And Jamie Chauvin, she hasn't attempted a shot since checking in. Maybe look to get her involved as well, but still for George Brown, they got to focus on switches as well, and communication, really imperative.
Get a good look at some of the George Brown fans. $75-73 for the George Brown Huskies, looking to come away as the consolation game winners.
Indeed. This is going to be really intense. What a game this has been. Great way to start the final day, of course, the OCAA playoff tournament. And here we go. Wow, they're going to call the foul on the Saints.
Yeah, that's going to go against the Saints. Possession will be turned over to the George Brown Huskies.
Oh, wow, and Logan Kucera gets the foul there. So
Tiana.
She's on the verge of fouling out as well. Sullivan, oh, rare miss. And here comes Kennedy.
The other way. Here come the Saints. There's Ulickney looking for some open space.
To play. Yep. Give it to your trusted hands here. Oh, almost a carry there.
Oh, and one play. They're going to want it.
How about that? She gets the foul. They turn it over, but then she follows it up with an and one. Maybe that's what the plan they drew up there. I have no idea.
All in the plan.
Oh man!
In the words of the Joker.
75 with the chance to take a lead here. Courtesy of a Logan Kucera free throw. See what happens. There you go, nothing but net.
76-75, 1-point lead for the Saints. Now we have just under a minute to go.
Look at Sullivan. Yeah, that's an easy call. Good call, good call. I agree with that. Sullivan, she's just trying to make her move straight to the hoop. Wasn't much there. No crossover, just ran straight into the defender. People are not happy with that call, but I think it was the right call for sure. You don't necessarily have to fall down on the court to get a charging call. I think that's what some people misconstrue at times, but...
Well, then that lends itself to a lot of people embellishing the contact.
You know, at that time, no, they just stood their ground because they don't want Sullivan to get an easy shot inside the paint, but she did run straight into the defender. Good call by the referee. Not an easy one to make at this stage, but like I said, good job by the officiating crew.
Under a minute, who's going to be the hero?
Oh, that's a tough play. Ulickney. She's got to calm down a little bit here.
Oh, tough pass there, turned over.
Those George Brown fans, they were about to riot here. That ball did not go to their hands. They are on the verge of just freaking out here, folks. Andy Kiss, he's urging on the referees. You see Warren Williams there. He's looking on intensely.
1-point lead for the Saints. We have
a player down here,
yeah. Didn't quite see that. Kiss was blocking our view of the injured player.
It looks like April Days here, Matt. One of the players they've been going to down the stretch as well, so this will be a tough loss for the Huskies if she's not able to continue on.
Just a minute left. Not quite sure what the nature of the injury is, but April Days averages 14.6 points. Today she's had
13.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah, with 9 rebounds. And I think at this point, maybe you don't force it. You don't really necessarily need her to play right at this second in this scenario. Maybe bring her on the bench, see how she feels, and then bring her down in the final moments of the game.
She gets back to her feet. Starts making her way to the bench, so it looks like Deus is going to be okay. She's kind of limping.
Let's see if they need a sub. I think that's why Warren Williams is looking on, trying to confirm with her. It looks like they're actually already plans on bringing a sub in. Looks like it is. Number 4 here. Erica Evangelista.
George Brown looking to establish a lead of their own with possession here.
Oh, this is starting to feel like a road game here for St. Clair. Oh, the turnover. Slow it down. Good job, Chauvin. And that's a good job by Ulickney. She's had a rough go here down the stretch, but she comes up with a big steal and a big shot. Oh, Logan Kucera does take it over here, number 4.
It's a big-time player. She's been taking it to the hoop all night. Fearless.
My goodness. Logan Kucera. Now with 20 points.
The Saints bench is pumped up. They're up 3 with 40 seconds left.
Oh yeah, now she's giving her sister something to cheer about after she fouled out.
Yeah, obviously Yana Kucera upset to not be able to finish this game, but happy to see her sister getting things done. Yeah, George Brown drawing up their play. The officials are going to make sure they can string the final of this game together.
And well, just keep doing what you're doing here. They called a good game.
No doubt.
Letting the teams play, making the right calls when they need to.
Lots of pressure from the George Brown fans.
Yes, you don't want to fall into that trap as well.
No.
You see that a lot sometimes. Well, that's why they say a home court advantage. It's like I said, this is feeling like a home game for the Huskies. And to come out here to support George Brown. So here we go. Neither team has a timeout from what we see here on the scoreboard. Don't necessarily need a three-point shot here now.
No foul call there. Rebounded by Kennedy.
Nice.
Wide open the other way. You're looking going to slow things down with a 3-point lead. Ooh, dangerous pass.
I believe that's why they didn't give Marissa Mara, number 20, the ball there. She was way down the court. But like you said, you got to kill some clock here. Because if you score just one basket, you make it a 2-possession game.
Logan gonna take the foul shot here. So with this lead, 3-point lead, gonna look to add to it. Of course, clock management, like you said, Mo, is gonna be paramount. That might be the only reason we're in the overtime frame to begin with.
Yes, indeed it is. And Logan Kucera, this is just the player you want at the line if you're a St. Clair Saint fan. She's been excellent here. Look at that. She's now tied a team high with Shannon Kennedy with 22 points, looking to make that 23 now. There you go.
2-possession game. With 30 seconds left, Huskies are going to have to draw up something quick. No timeout.
Yeah, still don't necessarily need a 3, just a quick basket. There you go. That's going to be a miss. Kennedy gets the rebound, trying to cap off an excellent career.
How fitting is this? Final seconds, Kennedy going to the free throw line.
Shannon Kennedy is just so good. I'm so impressed by her. 14 rebounds for a team that was struggling so much on the glass. She's the only player that feels like sometimes that's inside there. The lone player, and she still grabs the rebound.
She makes it happen for the rest of the team with her passes.
Hey, that's okay. I'm taking any miss at this point from Shannon Kennedy. And remember, she hit the 3-point shot. That really brought the Saints right back in the game, got their team energized. So Shannon Kennedy, she is the leader. I'll even take those 2 missed free throws because without Shannon Kennedy, they won't be here. And look at that. They forced the turnover anyways.
So how is this story going to end for the St. Clair Saints? 5-point lead, 17 seconds on the board.
Yep, get the ball to your best free throw shooters here. Surprise, there's no foul here for George Brown. Finally giving the foul in to Logan Kucera after killing all this time on the clock. That is not good execution.
Maybe they have some kind of aversion to fouling Ulickney. Maybe they suspect she was going to make her free throws.
Yeah, but then you had Shannon Kennedy who had the ball, who just missed 2 free throws, and Ulickney, she missed a free throw before as well. But yeah, she has been good, but Logan Kucera, this is the last player I believe you wanted to foul.
Pulling away with the lead score for the Saints is Logan Kucera, 24 points, looking to add to that here.
If she makes both free throws, yeah, this game is over. It's now a 6-point game. We've seen crazy things happen. 2 3-pointers in 11 seconds. That's a possibility, but 7 points in 11 seconds, I believe that's a little bit too much. And that's going to do it, I believe, folks. Logan Kucera, she just iced this game up. No timeouts. They're just going to have to jack up a 3.
82 to 75.
Oh, that will do it for this one, folks. What a way to end the career of Shannon Kennedy.
Absolutely marvelous outing by the St. Clair Saints. Give credit to George Brown Huskies, but for now, the stories really look at Shannon Kennedy's teammates surrounding her. A great career, lots of love on that team, and what a fitting way for the St. Clair Saints to go out.
Amazing game. Excellent game. One of the best I've seen in this tournament. Arguably may be the best game, actually. Shannon Kennedy, unbelievable. Logan Kucera, she stepped up down the stretch. 7 of 17 from the field, 10 of 13 at the free throw line. And when you put that in perspective, all those clutch free throws, 26 points.
Player of the game.
There we go. I'm going to just say Sullivan for George Brown, and you can go with either Kucera's sister or Shannon Kennedy, of course, but I'm going to say Shannon Kennedy from St. Clair.
We'll await here. No surprise there, Tiana Sullivan.
Yep.
Player of the game, a great outing.
Indeed.
As usual.
28 points, 14 rebounds for Sullivan.
Brown consistently in some great games this tournament. Unfortunately, this time they fall on the wrong end of this one.
That's a good call, too. Logan Kucera, like I said, she maybe won the game for them, but Shannon Kennedy, she was the glue there, kept them together. But Logan Kucera, 26 points, 8 rebounds, 3 steals, 3 assists. Limited herself to just 3 turnovers as well. Great game from both these teams, though.
Great job by both teams, but the Saints are able to pull away with this one. Both teams will shake hands. There we get a good look at player of the game, Logan Kucera. Might be seeing her with Danielle Dupuis. Get the final words. But for now, that was the consolation final. Remember, on the Hawks Sports Network, we're going to have the bronze medal game between the Niagara Knights and the Mohawk Mountaineers. Stay tuned with that. Although we're not done yet, we're going to have a few more words from our sideline reporter. But Mo, that was an excellent matchup. Head coach Andy Kiss able to rally his squad. And of course, next year they're going to be without Shannon Kennedy, who plays her final game here.
Yeah, so they do have some questions that need to be answered. But Andy Kiss, great coach. I'm sure he's going to have a good program in place. Lots of good players still on St. Clair. The bench has been improving.
And over to Danielle, who's with player of the game, Logan Kucera.
Or look at the camera. Thank you, guys. And I'm standing here right now with Logan Kucera, and we have to say that was outstanding. You guys went into overtime and just completely bounced back. Like, how? I mean, we know how, but we have to ask, what was the overall goal when you first got up there?
We never gave up. Our team vibe, our bench especially, stayed hyped the whole game, and our defense was key. We talked on defense, and we worked hard until we got those rebounds and pushed it back up the floor.
No, you guys just played miraculously out there, and you know what? It's probably a really good feeling for you knowing your sister's been there. Have you been playing with her for a while now?
Yeah, I've been playing with my sister my whole life, probably since like grade 3 or 4. We work well together. We never get, well, we get mad at each other, but we just keep going. We keep fighting, pushing, and that's what helps a lot.
And now, is this the end goal that you guys were looking for in the OCs right now?
Our goal was to get to the medal game, but of course that doesn't always happen for every team, but we never gave up. We kept pushing, we kept fighting, and here we are. We're 5th place.
No, you guys played amazing, and congratulations. Kudos to you guys. Thank you very much, and back to the commentators.
Thank you, Danielle, and that's it for our consolation final. Thank you from the Hawks Sports Network for joining us, and stay tuned. We have the bronze medal match coming up, but for now, that's it. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time.